Hey guys, Anthony here with WeBackTesla, and WeBackTesla because if Tesla fails, the acceleration to a sustainable future fails, and we can't have that, so please consider subscribing, become a part of the solution, and when you make the awesome decision of purchasing your Tesla, you can use our referral link down below, get you some free supercharging, but that's enough of that because today I'm talking about interior. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the white seats, kids and car seats, the trunk and front space, the audio quality of the Standard Range Plus, living with this gigantic screen in front of me, and seeing how horny this car is. Just two things before I dive into this. One, I want to thank you guys, seriously, thank you guys for the support. If you guys already drive an EV and you're part of the team, thank you. If you guys recently took delivery of your Model 3, which I've seen a few of you already have, congratulations. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do and just continue to spread the word. Number two, I'm going to be recording episode 7 of my Range series tomorrow. So if you're at all curious about that, please subscribe, stay tuned. Now let's jump into the interior of this car. First thing we're going to talk about are these white seats. There's one of two reactions that I usually get about these seats. One is that I'm just nuts for getting these seats in the first place, or two, people are just mesmerized by them. They're like, these are the most insanely beautiful seats I've ever seen. I guess technically both are true at the same time too sometimes, but there are some valid concerns about these seats. Now this white on this interior is not immune to dirt, but with that being said, we found in the 2 months and over 2,000 miles we've driven that with two messy little girls, mind you, we've had no issue with cleaning up these seats. Baby wipes usually do the trick. For the more layered on over time dirt, baby wipes don't work, but I found that in a magic eraser, every couple months, if you just take a magic eraser to these seats, they look brand new. It's a little bit more maintenance than the black seats, but even the black seats get dirty. It's just, I guess you don't see it as much. I'm gonna be more apt to clean these seats and keep the interior of this car a lot cleaner, which in my eyes is probably a good thing. So for us, we personally love these seats. We give them a 10 out of 10. We'll say Starlink satellites, 10 out of 10. We're definitely gonna keep you guys posted over the months and the years to come to see how these seats hold up. So segue into the second thing, I wanna talk about kids and car seats in these seats. So we have two little girls who we are obligated to take with us places. So we have 2 car seats and they fit in here great. There's anchor points for each car seat on each side, and those anchor points are really easy to access, and we've never had any issue with clipping these seats in and out. The one issue we did have is the first few weeks we had this car, we had the car seats in the back, and they left pretty major dents in the back of the seats, and that took like 3, 4, maybe 5 days to come out, but it did come out. But I wasn't really comfortable with doing that over and over again. We went on Amazon and found these seat covers that protect the seats from the car seats. I think these seat covers are a cheap, easy solution to that problem. The other question I've had with these car seats personally and from you guys is, what can you fit in the middle of the car seats? So I did a little test. You can definitely fit a weird looking cat in between the 2 car seats. And then I decided to solicit the help from my wife and see if she would fit in there. And if you adjust the seats, the car seats to the side a little bit, shift them over, she can fit in there. She's about 112 pounds, 5 foot. She's pretty small, and if we had to, she could fit in there, but it probably wouldn't be ideal for long trips. But just to give you an idea of who could possibly fit in between 2 car seats, there you go. So I would say that this car is perfect for a family of 4, maybe for a family of 5 if you don't have car seats for all your kids. But definitely families of 4, this car will fit you just fine. Segueing into storage, trunk space, and front space. I decided to use my 2 little test dummies to give you some perspective on how big the trunk space and the front space really is, because without the gas tank and without the engine, you actually have a ton of room in this car to store things, for luggage, for road trips, for whatever you need. There is a lot of room in this car. And then the back seats actually fold down, making a huge amount of room that I can lay in if I wanted to. You could get some camping mattresses or something, and you could actually lay and sleep in the back. And the front is just bonus storage that I honestly don't use. If you go on a road trip, it's nice to have. The only reason I use it is for like stinky Chinese food. That's like the stinky Chinese food portal, and it works great for that. It doesn't stink up the car, and people just look at me like I'm crazy putting Chinese food in the engine bay of my car. But yeah, so storage space is definitely a thumbs up. Alright, so let's touch on the audio quality of the Standard Range Plus. This is definitely a big concern for people who are considering this car. I've gotten this question multiple times. The Standard Range Plus is definitely a downgrade from the all-wheel drive or the longer range Model 3s, but that's not to say that this sound system sounds like crap, because I think it sounds great. If you're a nerd like me who listens to podcasts all the time, let's see, Tesla Tidbits, Ride the Lightning, Tesla Daily, Not Electric, don't know. Tesla Owners Online. I'm sure I'm missing a few podcasts, but shout out to those guys because I listen to all those podcasts all the time. But listening to music is also a really enjoyable experience in my opinion. You don't have the subwoofer, and the extra speakers, I can't really say that those make a big difference. I know the subwoofer would, but the bass, you can change the equalizer and up the bass a little bit in these speakers. And the sound quality, in my opinion, is just fine. I'm going to try to play a clip, and I know it's probably not going to come through very well, but hopefully maybe it helps.
I got no complaints and no conversation. But other than that, I got no complaints and no conversation. But other than that, I got no complaints and no conversation. I got no complaints. I'm always on the brink.
Take my word for it. Maybe it helps, maybe. But definitely the sound system, I think, is plenty enjoyable and is not a reason or a deal breaker for getting the Standard Range Plus. If you're only upgrading for the audio system, I think that's a bad move. So do not upgrade just for the audio system. Now, if you have the extra money and want the longer range, then you'll just get the audio system, the upgraded audio system, as a bonus. Alright, so now let's talk about the humongous screen. This is a big hot topic with the Model 3 because it's like nothing else. This screen is literally the portal to all the controls in this car. The touch screen on this is very intuitive. And the graphics look fantastic, especially with the new update. You get these graphics with the car moving and just the more detail in your car. With the software updates, this interface just continually improves. And the biggest concern people have is having the speedo in the middle. So your speedometer usually is under your wheel. I've seen a lot of people say that's hard to get used to, or they fear that that's going to be weird. But to me, ducking under the steering wheel and trying to look at the speedometer that way has always felt kind of inconvenient to me. And at least when I drive, I've noticed I unconsciously look at all the mirrors and I just do this constant kind of circle while I'm driving. And the speedometer being in the middle is right in track for that. So if you're looking in your rearview mirror, your side mirrors, in that natural flow, you get a glance at the speedometer and you don't have to try to look through the steering wheel. I would argue that having this speedometer in the middle like it is a lot nicer and safer. Yes, it is different, but I think it's better for those reasons. And the other concern people have is glare with this humongous 15-inch screen. I personally have never had issues with glare. Not to say that I won't, maybe I will at some point, but it just hasn't been an issue for me. So the screen and the infotainment center and just having everything just on the screen and the minimalist look in this car gets an A+ for me. Now, as for how horny this car is, I do get the question, how does the horn sound? And I think it sounds great. I know that question might sound silly, I did get asked it, and I hope you're watching this video. I don't know if that was helpful at all, but there you go. So that's all I got. I really hope this video is helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. If you have other questions about this car or EVs in general, please leave them below. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't, please consider it. My whole purpose for this channel is to just try to continue to spread the word about these cars and how fantastic they are. Regardless of what you believe, climate change or not, these cars are fantastic and I think necessary for our future. And I really hope that you consider one, and if you've already jumped into one and you have one, thank you for being a part of the team. I'll be heading out tomorrow morning to record episode 7 of my Range series in the Standard Range Plus, so please subscribe, stay tuned for that. And again, thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.